Hello everyone, from Tony the Scarred Ghost. I've just finished watching Battlescar by Atlas 5 together with Oculus Studio Art and other Oculus Studios. It is a storytelling VR experience that you can enjoy, for instance, on the Oculus Quest. It got 5 stars on Upload VR, so I was very curious to try it. And so let me tell you my impressions on it, while also letting you see some glimpse of the gameplay. So Battlescar is a story of a Latina girl called Lupe that she's a bit shy and likes fighting, whatever. And she meets in prison another girl called Debbie that is a super punk girl that always, curses and has punk hair, so whatever. So the stereotype of the punk girl. And they meet and they become something like a strange couple because they are very different. And of course, I don't want to spoil you much of the story, so I will tell you just little details. But I can tell you that it is about these two girls trying to enter the world of punk music, so becoming a punk girls band. I have to say that the story doesn't resonate much with me. I'm not much into the punk world, but how it is told is amazing because first of all the graphical elements are super cool. They are very high quality, and also what I loved is that there is especially two things. The first one is that it's super fast, so you have continuously changes of what happens around you. So you switch from first person view to third person view like in diorama, then you start seeing bright things all around you, then switch. You have a close up on something, then again switch of everything, 2D drawings, blah blah blah. So it's super fast. There's not the time to think about something that it changes immediately. And in this, it is also very creative because you have mix of very different styles. And it is incredible, lots of creative solutions, and when you're first person, you feel immersed. But maybe if you're in the first person view in an environment, something that happen are made in a way to explain you something, but are not realistic. So sometimes you have writings appearing around you depending on what the main character is saying, and or you can have a zoom on 3D elements. So you have, for instance, in a room and a girl speaking through a door to the people that are on the other side of the door. And maybe you see like a big hands, enormous hands coming from a wall that symbolize the hand of the people that are on the other side and that you can't see, but you have this 3D close-up of it or over the real 3D environment. And that's pretty interesting because of course it's not realistic but conveys the idea. Then you have some people that sometimes you see them as 2D silhouettes, and so they're not 3D. Another time there was like a view like in a comic with some squares you could see inside them. Another time there was a square with 3D depth. So lots of different styles, but in all, it's all coherent. Also because it's a story about punk. Punk is all about rebellion. So the whole way they tell the story is a rebel way of doing it because it breaks all the rules of storytelling. It's too many styles, too fast, and that's why I love it. It's so creative and so rebel that you can only love it. And then there is also the music, the audio elements that are all very cool. So there are some punk songs, of course. So if you love the genre, you will love it. And the quality of the audio elements is very good. And also, since it's all about punk, it's all about music, it puts really in the mood of the story. What else can I say about it? Well, for instance, that there is, technically speaking, it doesn't give you nausea because there are not many moments where you move. So maybe two of them, but very fast as always. So I haven't found nausea. Sometimes it can be a bit confusing because there are really too many things happening, and this may confuse you. You have the view that is always in front of you. So it's not a 360 experience. It's most like 180 maybe. But sometimes you really have no idea where you should watch because maybe you see black in front of you because something has appeared on the right but you haven't noticed it, and maybe the specialized audio didn't give you the exact right cue to watch there. But this is just little problems of this amazing experience. Then another thing that shows you the high quality is that the narrator voice, the voice of the protagonist, it is this Hispanic girl, is by Rosario Dawson. That is a super famous actor in Hollywood. If you didn't know it, but I guess you knew it. And this show you how this is a very high production. In fact, when you watch the final, the credits, they are very very long. There is really an expensive quality production, and the duration was more or less, I would say 40 minutes or something like that, maybe even a bit more, because there are 3 episodes that compose Battlescar. So this is really an important VR experience, just not just a standard short experience in 5 minutes I finish it. It's pretty long, but the time passes very fast. So maybe if I have to find another problem is that it is not an interactive experience, so it's all passive, just watch. But probably this is coherent with all the rest because it is a very very fast experience. And if you give interactions, there are moments when the experience pauses because it must wait for the input of the user. So you can't be that fast. In Battlescar, everything runs very fast, changes very fast. So I think they decided to do it as a passive experience so that the rhythm is never broken. So yeah, I was okay with that. I never felt the need to have some moments where I had to click on something or do some dull interactions. So, what is my final impression? I think that in the end, those 5 stars were well deserved. It's really a high quality production. It's quite long, their storytelling cartoon. I don't know how to define it. Storytelling experience to be a VR experience. So, and the quality is very high. It's all very coherent. It's all very punk. The audio, the visuals, it's all in punk style at the same time very high quality. I really can't find a real defect of this application. I can think of things that probably could be a bit better. Like I said, maybe sometimes I was confused over where to look, but they're just details. I think that I ended it thinking, wow, this was amazing. I can tell you for sure it is one of the top 5 storytelling experiences I've tried in all my years in VR. So really, really amazing. Probably what really, I don't know how to say it. When I removed the headset, I thought, wow, it's cool. I really enjoyed it, every moment of it. But I wouldn't tell you that is my favorite experience. Probably my favorite one remains Dear Angelica. I always say that. I think it's a matter of emotions. So when I ended Dear Angelica, I felt so connected with the emotions of the girl that I really wanted to cry, but I'm too mainly to cry. But I really wanted to do it. It was really moving. In Wolf on the Walls, that is another experience I personally love. I felt this connection with a girl, Lucy, probably not as big as other people, but I felt that connection. I felt some living a story together with her. While in Battlescar, no, I didn't feel any particular emotion. So I can tell you how it finishes, but I didn't finish thinking, I don't know, to cry, to smile. I didn't feel connected with the girls, probably because it was too fast. So I was just focused in understanding what was happening around me that I couldn't feel a real connection with them. Probably also because I'm not a punk guy. So not even a punk girl, of course. And so this is what probably lacked in my opinion. But it's personal taste of mine. So I like experience that can give me emotions in XR. And this told me a cool story, make me immerse in a cool story, entertain me, but didn't give me didn't fill my heart with emotion. So that was probably what I lacked, but it was just my opinion. But if I had to give a mark, the score will be, of course, 5 out of 5 stars, like one of Popular VR. I don't like giving marks to experiences, but just to show you, this is a must try. Really, you must play it. If you love storytelling experiences, you must try Battlescar because it's fantastic. And that's it for today. Of course, if you like this review, you know what you have to do. You have to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends. And if you have some spare money, why don't you also give me some money on Patreon so that I can continue doing these videos about AR and VR and informing the community. For now, I thank you for watching. I wish you a great day in VR. Bye bye.